Hello everyone, I Rachana H K, lecturer in Electrical and Electronic Department, Jain Polytechnic, Belgavi. Today in this video, I am going to cover about transistor terminals and types from the transistors and MOSFET unit. For more videos, subscribe my Architect YouTube channel. We'll see what are the contents of today's video. First, we'll see about the transistor and next is the types of transistor. Before I start with the transistors, in the last lectures, we discussed about the diodes. Diode is a semiconductor device and it's having a PN junction, one PN junction. And next version is transistor. Transistor is having a 2 PN junction and it is having a 3 terminals. It is also semiconductor device and it is used to amplify or switch the electrical signals. Amplification is nothing but strengthening of the signal. For example, if we take the loudspeaker, whatever we speak in the loudspeaker, output side audible, how it will be, the sound will be increases. It is nothing but the amplification. There we are using the transistors. And it is having a 3 terminals, emitter, base and the collector, and it is having a 2 PN junction, and it is a, how it is formed, it is a sandwiching either P type or N type semiconductor between pair of opposite types. I'll tell you about this next in the types of transistor. Next, why it is a name transistor means what it will do, it will transfer the signal from low resistance to high resistance. Just I'll show the how the commercially available transistor will be there: emitter, base and the collector. And actually transistor of the two types, one is the bipolar and the unipolars. Bipolar means both the majority carriers. We already seen about the p type materials and the n type materials. What happen in the n type materials? N type materials, electrons will be majority charge carriers, holes will be minority. Same way in the p type, holes will be majority charge carriers and electrons will be minority carriers. So from the both the carriers, if it is a current conduction, then there it is called as a bipolar device. If it is a conduction due to the only single any one majority charge carriers, then it is called as a unipolar device. Transistor is a BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. Always remember. And it is invented by the scientists in 1947. It's a credit goes to 3 scientists in the Bell Laboratories. They invented William Shockley, John Burnham and the Walton in the 1947. It is a successfully they invented this transistor. Next, types of transistor. 2 types are the NPN transistor and the PNP transistor. See here, P-type material, if it is sandwiched between the 2 N-type material, then it is called as the NPN transistor. If N-type material is sandwiched between the 2 P-type materials, it's called as the PNP transistor. We'll see the construction and next is the symbol of the NPN and the PNP transistor. First, I will tell about the what is the emitter, base and the collector. Emitter, it is section which supplies the charge carriers. It may be the electrons or it may be the holes. If it is an NPN, it supplies the electrons. It supplies the charge carriers, is called as the emitter. Emitter is nothing but emitting, that is supplying the charge carriers. And it is always remember, it is a heavily doped. Next, come to the base section. It is a middle section which forms the 2 PN junction between the emitter and the collector. It is always lightly doped and its physical size also it is a very thin. Next, come to the collector. What is the meaning of collector? Collector, it will collects the charge carriers and it is a moderately doped. Doping is what? It is adding the impurity, that is other material to form it as an extrinsic semiconductor. So it collects the charge carriers, so only its name as a collector, and it is a physically large and it is a moderately doped. So this is about the NPN and the PNP transistor. If you come to the PNP, here N-type material is sandwiched between the 2 P-type materials. Here holes will be majority charge carriers and here electrons will be majority charge carriers. And this is the symbol of the NPN and PNP transistor. Emitter, base, collector. Emitter, base, collector. What the difference you can observe here? See the arrow mark, that is direction of the current here. in the both. That is only difference of the symbol in the NPN and PNP transistor. If you see NPN transistor, the arrow mark is going outside from the emitter, outside of the emitter section, here inside of the emitter section. How you can remember? NPN, not put in, so direction should be out. Here PNP, put in, so direction should be in. Like this you can remember the symbol of NPN and PNP transistor. Okay, next class will discuss about the some working of NPN and the PNP transistor. So what we discussed today? We discussed today about the what is transistor and their terminals and the types of the transistor. Thank you.